I was filling out visa applications with my band to move to Berlin. We were committed to a path to become professional musicians, writing and performing music in our progressive heavy metal band. And this commitment to a singular path got me wondering. Um, it felt a bit like trying to be a gold medal Olympian, where all of your effort and energy is to follow a singular path. Now, competition and art, they're very different. But the singular pursuit of something, um, sometimes life as an artist can appear like that, where you're trying to play on the Coachella festival or the biggest heavy metal festival in Europe. You're working really hard to be chosen to earn a position in a very narrow field. And I've met some singular-minded people. I think I'm not as competitive as I've thought I have been. I'm not as competitive as I have been in the past. Even then, I never really had that competitive streak. I enjoyed challenges, but as a competitive coffee maker in the Barista Champs, I competed, but I was more interested in doing something nice, something beautiful, something compelling, rather than something like number one. So I didn't get number one spot. I would have liked to have made the finals, but I did a great performance, a great routine, and I got some positive feedback from people saying that was really good. So I felt like my coffee competitive days, I was working less as a competitor and more as an artist, trying to communicate something unique. Which brings me to the life of an artist. Are you doing things for yourself, or are you doing things for an audience? Some people say that to submit yourself to just make what the audience wants, to get people to clap and show up to your shows, that you're just selling out, you're compromising, you're making things for other people, and you're not making something truly unique or challenging. When talking with a friend about sort of life as an artist, we have quite disagreements about what it means to be a true artist or a commercial artist. Like, there's always this tension between real art and art for money. And I've become really interested personally at the moment in making things that resonate with people, that they go, wow, that was, it could be the same old things, just presented in a new way, like multimedia combining different art forms together. I've always jokingly said that musical comedy is just like average music and average jokes makes like, wow, great musical comedy, where it's just like compromise on both ends. But if it's only going to be the technicians, the people who are, a couple of dozen artists who are in the field criticizing this musical comedy and saying, this is just bad writing and average music. It's like, well, what if it's not for them? What if it's for just a general public to resonate and enjoy it? The artist who makes it can get satisfaction by targeting something for a broader audience and not having to impress the highest level of pretentious critics. So I think there's skill in sort of making something for a certain crowd. Really rough segue. I spoke to a friend a wee while ago, and we came up with an idea to make Platter Battle, which is an event where the best platter makers in Christchurch make the best platters in a competitive context to wow an audience who enjoys it, and then they eat the food and we award a champion. This was born out of the inquiry about my experience doing Barista Championships and competitive coffee making, where it's like, there are competitive coffee competitions, what's that like? And my response is, well, that was my life for 3 years. I worked really hard to make the best coffee and did quite alright. I didn't have the cutthroat drive to win at all costs, but I enjoyed the stress and the pressure of competing. Like, that was an exhilarating feeling, totally different than me, the exhilaration and feeling of playing music to a crowd that resonates with that. So competition, like a lot of artist friends of mine, they don't get sport. They say, what is sport? What is competition? I don't get it. All these jocks competing. Rugby, well, that's so lame and boring. Like, once you've competed on a pitch and you've felt that thrill, some people say, oh, I don't like sport, it's not my thing. But others, it becomes their life. It's like, whatever happens in their work, their day-to-day life, their family, relationships, competition is a place to exert yourself, to try, where it's just you against someone else, and there's a winner and there's a loser. Like, competition is quite a powerful feeling. So, we decided that platter making is like something that there should be, like, there could be a competitive platter making competition. And again, this is the little interesting thing. It's not just about the performer, it's also about the audience. Like, sport can be a spectator sport. Sport is it's a spectator sport where the competition is for the audience to enjoy. So I'm enjoying the challenge in creating the rules for platter battle so that it doesn't just create a competitive environment for some chefs to compete and win. I'm excited to create an experience that the competitors can watch and get the thrill and the excitement of watching it play out in front of them in a way that's quirky, humorous. There'll be some comedy as well. Like, I'm trying to make the rules. There'll be a rule that with the longest chop where you get bonus 10 points. If you can chop the longest thing continuously with the most number of chops, we will film it, play it back. Like, I think that's... The audience, when they watch that, I want them to sort of see it and go like, that's the longest chop. This chef is pulling out a comically large item and is going to chop it really slowly, where it kind of like combines the what we consider an authentic competition for making a good platter, but then suddenly it's been sort of augmented with these arbitrary rules about a tall structure on the platter or a longest chop and most consecutive chops, where it becomes exciting and thrilling, and like the meta game about what you do to win the competition sort of comes into play, as well as just who makes an objectively good platter. So I'm trying to remove myself. I don't want to compete. I don't want to MC. I'm trying to get other people to do it. I want to create the event and try and create the experience. I guess like this event could be sort of like an art piece, but I want it to be a practical art piece that stands on its own 2 feet, that the guests who come and buy tickets to the event, that they get overwhelmed by how good the event is. They really experience it being really good. I would like there to be a little bit of like not confusion, but like I want them to try and figure it, I want them to learn about what the event, I want the event to be different to what they expect it to be. I want the competitors to feel the thrill of competing in an honest competition, but I want them to be, surprised by the experience as well. I also want some accountants to verify the authenticity of the ingredients. I want to create rules that are comprehensive and not necessarily overkill. But yeah, platter battle. I guess I've been talking for a while. This is a good time for me to say, link in description, buy your tickets for December the 3rd, Platter Battle 2020. It's going to be very cool. And also, chirny.com/subscribe if you want to follow other projects that I do. Thank you for listening to my chat about art, audiences, competition, platter battle. Hope you have a wonderful day, and see you next time.